Do we need to talk about my tweet?
No! God, please, no! No!
No? Okay, well, I'm going to anyways.
No!
I was making fun of my own comment from a long time ago. I thought it was going to be lighthearted. It was not lighthearted. I deleted it because a lot more harassment, a lot of harassment. So I was like, damn, it was funny. I was trying to be lighthearted about it. So I thought making fun of my own comment, you know, was going to be fun. Get off Twitter. I don't want to get off Twitter. I like Twitter. I do like Twitter. I know everyone's like, delete Twitter, but I like Twitter. I don't know, dude. At the end of the day, like, I can't really change anything. So don't do it. Don't delete Twitter. No, Twitter's fine. It's okay. I think it's just take a little break. I don't even think I should take a break, you know? Like, I feel like no matter what, nothing's going to change. It's always going to be this way. I feel like taking a break is like, for what reason? It's just how it's going to be forever. Endeavor, endeavor, endeavor. What can I do? It's either I stop existing or I exist. And I choose to exist. Retire? I don't want to retire. What would I do? Learn how to cook? It is what it is. It's okay. I think there's everyone's hurt. I'm hurt too. The world is angry. Everything sucks. Everything's shit. Yeah. Stop caving to the Twitter mob. Dude, I don't even know why people are saying I'm caving to anyone. I feel like no matter what I say, people get mad at me. I feel like cave to who? Everyone hates me. Okay, not everyone. That was an exaggeration, but an overwhelming amount.
Do you feel the need to address it though? It's complicated, I guess. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe you're right. But like, I feel like I kind of want to give some solace to people who are affected by what happened or what came to light. I don't really know how to approach this conversation, if I'm being honest. We streamers are not PR trained, but I think it's kind of important to recognize certain things and like maybe just share my own opinion on it. Because I do have feelings on it, you know? I'm very sad. I'm very sad. I don't know. It's like, it's very easy to kind of fall into this idea of like, you think you know someone, but as much as you don't want to believe it, that some people are able to put up a very convincing image of themselves, or like maybe just like a portion of themselves that is real. And ultimately it is sad and it is disappointing. And I don't want to say devastated. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. I think me and Sykkuno aren't exactly like the closest of friends, but we were friends. We were friends. I try to look through as much of the stuff as possible, even though it was extremely taxing to my mental, so that I could maybe have a broader image of everything that's going on and have maybe like some decent insight before I put my gigantic foot in my mouth. But I am sad. I am very sad. This is a guy that I thought I knew well, and I've known this guy for a long time, and I'm just like learning fucking completely brand new things about him. And I know, I've seen the discourse, I've seen people say that that's crazy, there's no fucking way that you wouldn't know that he was dating someone. But like sometimes like the reality is, it is fucking crazy. And like if you don't believe it, like I honestly don't blame you, because it is legitimately a little absurd. I will say right now, I have not talked to him yet. It's like one of those things where like based on a relationship, I don't think I need answers from him, and I don't know if he's even interested in having that discussion with me to begin with. So all I have to say is based off of what I've observed. I just want to like preface this and say that it just makes me really sad how much just fucking insane misogyny crops up on the timeline when drama happens, no matter fucking what. It's just like, I feel like every female content creator, every woman I know just like takes fucking strays, giant fucking strays, sometimes like even more blame or just like antagonism than the perpetrator. So that's hard to see. That's really hard to see. Please just be patient and kind to my friends who are like more deeply affected than I am. I'm not really here to like convince you or change your opinion on anything. I just want, like, if you guys were wondering how I felt about the situation, I wanted to maybe just give you my insight, and you don't have to agree with it, and I'm not asking you to either. And I'm really hoping that I'm trying to be as eloquent as possible, but I am not PR trained, and yeah, I think everyone has a different threshold for what is acceptable behavior, and for that, I'm not going to try and convince you what is okay or not okay. I am only here to tell you how I feel about the situation, and you could take it for what it is. And I just think that based off what I saw, he didn't break any laws, technically. You know, like he's not a lawbreaker. He didn't do anything like that. But he did exhibit a pattern of behavior that is very upsetting and concerning. And I personally am not okay with that, you know? And like, who fucking asked, right? So like, the thing is, when you are a large content creator, whether you intend to or not, whether you are trying to or not, there is a power dynamic at play. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people, like I'm also, this discussion has a ton of fucking nuance, by the way. Okay, there is no black and white. Seeing many perspectives, I saw people other than Sykkuno exhibit behavior that I did not necessarily agree with, or I thought was a little objectionable as well. It's not black and white, but with like the document that dropped, like there are so many people coming forward with their own separate experiences, and what is upsetting me is people are like finding one person's experience and saying, oh, because this person doesn't have like a statement that's like bulletproof, I'm going to go ahead and disregard every person who's come forward. And I think that's dumb. So I think that when you are a person with a lot of power, influence, money, fame, if you're older, there is a power dynamic in play that you need to be cognizant of. I think that while the other parties, from what I have observed, are like technically adults and they do have agency, I'm not going to completely strip them of agency and responsibility. I personally think that the onus is on the person that wields that power, okay? I remember when I was a teen, when I was 18 or 19, I was the biggest fucking idiot ever. I was technically an adult, but like, I guess the only thing I could do right was be drafted into the military and die in someone's war, whatever. I just think that when there is such a significant age gap and there's all these other factors involved, the onus of responsibility is on the person that wields that power, and they need to like respect that and understand that and navigate around that. And I don't think he did that, you know? It was deeply irresponsible. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with flirting with people. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with hitting people up, but just like the sheer volume of people coming forward with their experiences, it's really hard to just like say it's like a one-off situation, that it's not a pattern, you know? And the big argument here is, what is a predator, right? And I think most people these days associate being a predator with like pedophilia, which I don't know, man. I think that if you are, in my opinion, I just think that the behavior that he exhibited was exploitive. And like right now, we only have real, like from what I've seen, we've seen documented evidence from like a couple people. But like I will say, like, you know, some of the like accounts that I saw come forward, like not to like discredit or discount their experiences, like some of them are like, in my opinion, a little flimsy. You know, there's just some objectionable behavior that I'm seeing like in general. But like overall, I think like my opinion is that he did some really objectionable shit. It's not okay. And like, this isn't even taking into account the cheating. Cheating is already fucked up as it is. Like you guys know that I fucking like hate that shit. I've seen so many friendships and like, just like fucked up over the years. And like, the thing is, I don't think cheating in and of itself is like, oh, you're a fucking terrible person. Like people make mistakes, really big mistakes. It's not like just because you cheated, I cannot have anything to do with you. So much of what is factored in is like what you do after the fact. Accountability, your desire to change, you know? Because like, I'm sure that there are many of you who could relate to the feeling of, you know, people that have fucked up. Does that make them automatically the worst fucking person ever? No. What you want to see is change, betterment, improvement, you know? And I have friends that have fucked up in the past. I have fucked up in the past. But like, I would hope that like they would give me the opportunity to redeem myself. And I would like to think that people that have fucked up in the past, I've given them an opportunity to redeem themselves. So I don't want you guys to see this shit as like blank slate, like, oh man, they're just gonna cut him off because he just fucked up the one time or some shit. Each person is going to probably react to the situation separately, which is fine. I don't think that there should be a standard that we all hold ourselves to, like, universally. I know that there's going to be a lot of discourse around this. You guys are all bots anyway, so no one else is going to see this, but I'm very deeply disappointed. Listen, like, once again, like I'm saying, I'm not trying to act like these women don't have agency. Like, yes, they are able to make decisions for themselves, but like you are so just, if you are unable to see that, like, someone with a massive amount of influence is able to like sway you in insidious ways, especially when they're lying to you about like their relationship status. It's like be a little more honest, you know? I feel especially bad for his partner. I feel especially bad for his community. Like, man, his Twitter, I've been seeing so many things from his community, and they just are fucking broken up because they looked up to him as like a safe space, you know? And it's heartbreaking because like I looked up to him in a lot of ways too. Like I don't know. It's just like, this is something that I didn't think he was capable of, to be honest. It hurts me to see. And yeah, like to his victims as well. I'm also fucking annoyed. I'm gonna be honest, because this guy for years would just say shit to me like, man, Peter, I hope I find something like what you and Anita have. You're so lucky. For years, he said this shit, okay? And this guy allegedly has been like with his partner for even longer than Anita and I have been together. He just like, he never let on ever to me that like he was ever in a relationship. And I don't know, like maybe I'm not owed that information, but like it felt like with the way he portrayed himself, it was a little deceiving to me. And like, this isn't even just, this is like IRL too, you know? Like, yeah, every fucking content creator will like put up an appearance and like fucking say whatever. We're performers, you know? And like, also, let me just emphasize that I may say all this shit right now and like maybe say a lot of things that you either strongly agree with or strongly disagree with. But just know that you don't know who the fuck I am after I turn this camera off, after I end the stream. So I guess I just like implore you to just like not put us on pedestals. We are humans that make mistakes, sometimes terrible mistakes. And that includes me. You don't know me. You actually don't fucking know me. I give you a portion of myself. I show you what I want you to see, okay? Ultimately, like, I hope you were able to derive some entertainment or whatever out of my streams or out of my community. But ultimately, you do not know who I am. And I don't want you to think that you do know, you know? I just want you to know that, like, you don't know me, man. And, like, you don't owe me anything in the weird same way that I don't owe you anything. As soon as you stop deriving entertainment from me, you should stop watching this stream, you know? Yep, you're just some guy on the screen for me, sometimes funny, though, and that's great. All right. I'm sorry if that came out as word spaghetti. I don't have a script or anything. I just, like, I was processing all this over this weekend, and those are my thoughts. So thank you for hearing me out, and it's all a big fucking bummer. But yeah, that's just my take. I'm sure a lot of people will strongly disagree with me, call me a hypocrite, whatever, double standards, but like that's just where I'm at. I think a lot of people are going to have different thresholds for what is acceptable. For me, this is beyond the pale. So yeah, I don't think it's okay. And that's that. It's just a take. I'm also not going to fucking project my morals onto you either. I guess, why did I even share in the first place? I don't know. I guess it's just more like I just want to let you know, like, kind of how I feel about everything that's been happening. So, yeah. Once again, like, I'm not going to pretend like I was his closest friend. I wasn't. I was a friend, though. Or I like to think I was. So, yeah. My thoughts are with just, I just feel so fucking bad for his partner. Like, I cannot, dude, if I fucking pretended I didn't have a partner, if I tried to pretend that I was not with Anita and that I was sag farming and like telling people I was single, I think Anita would fucking rip my balls off. So yeah, I just feel bad. Like, I don't know, Lily, my heart breaks for her. Her trust in people has been shattered so many fucking times, and like she puts out the most fucking innocuous like Instagram story and gets like just endless harassment over it. It's crazy. So I want you to support them if you can. Just be kind, you know? Thank you for listening. I appreciate you guys being chill.
You are literally the only streamer I trust at this point. Okay, how do I say this? I think that realistically, you should not trust any streamer
Hi, Jodi,
for any
welcome
reason.
back.
And I don't think I'm saying that because I think I'm a bad... I actually think I'm a great person. If I'm gonna be so dead ass, I think that in terms of like morals, my morals are high. But who am I to say that? You know, that's just like I could be lying. Basically, trust us for entertainment. And I totally understand like having people as your safe space. As you know, I have individuals that say that this is my safe space, but also understand that I'm trying to put my best foot forward whenever I sit in front of a camera. And I do have a persona, technically. It's just myself, like turned up to 110% maybe. She's being so careful. I mean, I think that in general, I always err on the side of it ain't my business. Not my business. I think the only generally people that are my business are me, John, Sean, Sydney. Like, if anything ever happens, God forbid, if anything happens to any of us three or the other three, that would be like my time I would have to speak, you know? No one should be put on a pedestal higher than your own self. Well, duh. I mean, nothing I say matters. Peter says, we know what you show us, but we don't know you. Yeah. Like, you know exactly what I show you. And granted, sometimes I probably show parts of myself that are authentically me, whether intentionally or not. But you also don't know streamers unless you know me in real life and we hang out and talk. And I think having the expectation that you know someone or a streamer just because you watch them is bad. It set you up for failure, maybe. But not that it's your fault, you know? I think the worst part of this is just, I'm sure that his community feels really sad and probably just really like displaced. But they will find new safe place. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We can tell when streamer people are just being genuine at the end of the day for the most part. Guys, everybody's playing the game. All right? When you go to work, you like all your coworkers? You hang out with all your coworkers? You know all the fuck is going on with your coworkers? Like, no. Like, this is work. Literally, this is work. In the same way that you go to work and you talk to these people, you're like, meh. And when you go to work, you put on your best face and you try to smile. Like, and you have generally mutual respect, but you also probably witness your coworkers doing some whack-ass things. And you're like, oh, that's crazy. That's interesting. I will not, like, you are indeed a coworker. And then sometimes you meet a coworker and you're like, you know what? Shit, you like want to get a drink after this? And then you become friends a little bit. Like, it's literally just, it's the same thing. And I don't understand what we don't understand. So would you still play games with him? I would love to see what he says. Don't answer that, Jodi. It's a trap. Dude, I don't give a fuck anymore. I live in Washington. Like, I'm living it up. Life rocks. I touch grass. I have, like, in real life friends. And, like, I respect the people in this scene. Do not get me wrong. But, like, how am I supposed to just commit to playing games with this person when, right? Has he let out a statement? Like, the thing is, I love accountability. Yeah, we'll see. Like, who knows? Who knows? You are supposed to have an opinion, and I'm supposed to get mad at you no matter what you say. You know, I'm gonna sub to you, Jodi, because your response was most sensible and didn't come off as fake. I like genuine streamers. No, because what if I'm a fake bitch? You guys aren't getting it. You're not clocking it. I could be lying. You don't understand? It's what I'm trying to tell you. But like, dead ass.
It's okay. We can just get it out of the way. All right. Of course, before streaming today, I expected a lot of people in the chat asking me to talk about the Sykkuno situation. Oh my gosh, I was thinking about it. I was like, how can I say something that feels honest to me but doesn't get clipped out of context? I'm stressing about it so much. And Sykkuno hasn't even said anything yet. And something about that, like, didn't really sit right with me. But I do want to reiterate, it's just so sad and disappointing how often this kind of thing seems to happen, especially when it comes from people that you don't expect it to come from. I think what I really want to say is I am just so sorry for all the hurt that's been caused to the victims, to our communities. I feel like I feel everyone's hurt and shock and confusion, and I'm right there with ya. I really try so hard to make my channel a safe space for everybody, and I really hope the people that do need to speak up will. And hopefully that's enough addressing it. But I do appreciate how kind everyone in the chat has been. So thank you so much for that. How are you guys doing? I know it's been a heavy few days. How are you guys? Is everything okay? Is Lily good? I don't know if I'd say good, but don't worry, I'll be there for her. You guys know Lily, she's such a sweet, tender heart. Such a sweet, tender heart.